Good morning and welcome to Miss Rhodey. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for coming along with me on this journey. As of today, June 3rd, 2025, I'm stepping into summer with a renewed focus on my Zazzle stores. As a teacher, I have the blessing of having summers off, which means I have 2 full months to reflect, reset, and catch up on everything I've been meaning to do. One thing teaching has taught me is the power of knowing your data. In this video, I'll be diving deep into my store's performance, analyzing which products work, what experience growth, and where untapped opportunities may be hiding. This marks the beginning of a new video format where I'll be taking deep dives into my best-selling products and overall store trends. My goal is to grow with intention, and I invite you to learn, reflect, and grow with me. And who knows, maybe as you watch these videos, you'll start to notice trends in your own store. My hope is that these insights not only encourage you, but also help you become more confident in how you track, assess, and improve your own Zazzle sales. This is my About Me section. You can pause the video and read it at your own leisure. As you can see, March brought in 17 sales, just one more than the 16 I had in February. While it may seem like a small gain, the key takeaway here is consistency. It shows that my shops have established steady traction. Store sales. This month, Miss Rhodey, my oldest and most established store, led the way with 6 sales. This is consistent with its long-standing performance. As my flagship store, Miss Rhodey continues to benefit from stronger search engine optimization, a broader product base, and brand familiarity with returning customers. What's encouraging is the activity across several of my niche stores as well. Homeschool Me came in strong with 4 sales, thanks to themed items like the birthday card featured later on. Alma Africa produced 3 sales, showing that culturally inspired designs continue to find an audience. Weddings by Rhodey, Bible verses and gifts, and earrings by Rhodey each brought in 1 sale, showing potential in these categories. While Rhodey's Kitchen didn't generate any sales this month, that is unusual, as it typically brings in consistent sales. As my second oldest store, it has a solid catalog of kitchen-themed products that normally attract steady traffic. This dip may reflect seasonal shifts or less visibility during March. I plan to review the store's listings, refresh some designs, and possibly add spring-themed items to help it bounce back in the coming months. Finally, I also received 2 referral commissions, which indicates that traffic from my shared links is converting, even if it's not always to my own products. Now on to my best-selling item. Greeting cards are consistently one of my top-selling product types on Zazzle. And this happy second birthday unicorn themed card has been especially popular. It blends bright, playful artwork with a sense of joy and celebration that resonates with parents planning memorable birthdays for their little ones. So you may be wondering, why is it in my Homeschool Me store? I originally placed this card in my Homeschool Me store because I imagine moms, many of whom may be homeschooling their children, or they may just be moms that's deeply involved in their children's early education, that they may naturally just be looking at that store. So I was just imagining them purchasing cute personalized cards to make birthdays feel extra special. So I was thinking about families who value heartfelt, customized touches in everyday moments. Although this card has performed incredibly well in cards such as it, because I also have many other cards in my homeschool needs store that's unicorn themed, I now wish I had listed them in my main store, Miss Rhodey, where it would be more visible alongside my other top selling designs. However, due to Zazzle's current structure, there's no way to transfer my products between stores, so it remains a bright spot in my homeschool need catalog. My other best-selling item is this happy birthday watercolor themed card for him, which continues to perform well and holds its place as my second best-selling item for the month. This design reflects a growing trend that I've noticed: clean, artistic cards with flexible appeal. It's versatile enough to suit many different relationships, which helps broaden its customer base and repeat value. In my honorable mention, I always feel a special sense of joy when one of my wedding invitations sells. The wedding industry is incredibly competitive on Zazzle, so every sale feels like a small victory and a true blessing. What makes this sale even more meaningful is knowing that this design was chosen to be part of someone's once-in-a-lifetime celebration. It's an honor to contribute creatively to such a special day. Moments like this remind me why I keep designing, because even one sale can carry so much impact. And here are my other items sold, and I'll just be taking a closer look at these items. So in addition to my top selling items, I had a variety of smaller but meaningful sales across different product categories. These quiet wins reveal buying patterns and hint at new directions worth exploring. So shirts. Selling shirts reminds me that wearable items, especially those with personalized or themed graphics, continue to attract buyers. And also shirts, they're actually my top selling designs. So I'll revisit which designs are doing well and consider building more around holidays, family events, and even jokes. Stickers and Post-it notes. These small paper goods are budget friendly and highly giftable. People love using them for planners, journals, and events. I see potential in creating theme sets for teachers, students, or even small business branding. My Matron of Honor invitation. This specialty sale confirms that wedding accessories beyond the main invite are still in demand. Niche roles like Matron of Honor often get overlooked, so creating a full suite that includes bridesmaids, flower girls, and other wedding party titles may help boost sales. Notebook and stationery. Notebook and stationery appeal to both gift givers and self-care buyers, because you want to think of those who may be journaling. So these categories are a great place to showcase artwork, quotes, or monograms. A seasonal or inspirational collection could work well here. Bottle opener. This suggests someone was preparing for a celebration or gift bag. And I'm thinking about St. Patrick's Day. Maybe there was someone planning a St. Patrick's Day party or some type of get together, so they needed bottle openers, or maybe they were gifting bottle openers to their friends, because I like to kind of think about why the customer purchased what they purchased. So it could have been possibly for a wedding or a party. Functional novelty items like this are often impulse buys, especially when themed around birthdays, groomsmen, or anniversaries. Wrapping paper. Wrapping paper is a unique niche with seasonal potential. This sale tells me I need to pay more attention to year-round gifting trends, not just holidays like Christmas or Valentine's Day. File folders. This is likely from a customer organizing their workspace. I know I use file folders a lot as a teacher. So it shows that practical everyday office items with stylish designs have a place in my catalog. And I also know that some of my students, and I guess people in general, they're attracted to certain file folders because my most popular file folders are the ones that have map designs. And I notice when my students, especially one particular student, he's very intrigued with it. Like he wants to look at the folder, and so it's people that they may like, maps or whatever design that you have on your folder. So I'll explore expanding my office items into coordinated desk sets. Bath towel. Selling a bath towel tells me that home essentials can work when the design is strong. So I had to take note of what design was used and see if I can build out matching products like bath rugs and bedding to encourage bundle purchases. And my key takeaway is these items, they may seem unrelated, but together they highlight a few powerful things: giftability, usefulness, and niche appeal. I'll continue refining my product strategy by expanding my collections, creating coordinating sets, and staying in tune with how customers are using my products in real life. Because just to tell a quick story, it's very important to remember customer feedback. Even on your page where you would see the feedback and everything, like it'll say, "Oh, I bought this for my grandson," or "I bought this for a party." I remember I sold a while back, like it was paper plates with a moose design on it and napkins, and I was just wondering, I wonder what they are using that for. And lo and behold, I found out when they were they had reached out to me about their order, something being wrong with their order. But it wasn't my doing because, us as designers at Zazzle, we don't handle the product shipping. However, as the person was explaining to me what happened, I found out it was for a baby shower. So I'm like, okay, so I never thought that people would be having moose themed baby showers, but I guess it depends on where they live, like if they live in mountains and things of that nature. So basically what you want to do is really look into the items they're selling and come up with reasons as to why you think people are buying them, and do research, because it's very important to do research. Okay, moving on. Customer demographics. So I want to take a closer look at my customer demographics. According to my data, 76% of my customers are women, 18% are men, and 6% are unknown for this month. However, this aligns with a consistent trend I've seen throughout my Zazzle journey, because most of the times it's between 75 and like 85% that's always women. So women consistently outperform men as buyers in my store. So I did some research into why women are leading the way. So here's a few key reasons for that. Women are primary gift givers in many households and social circles. So oftentimes, just think about it, when you were growing up, it wasn't your father going to the store picking out gifts. Now, some fathers do that, but it is mostly the women who are the gift givers and the ones that's looking for a birthday present for their niece or nephew, or baby shower gifts to holidays. So women are often the planners, organizers, and thoughtful givers behind meaningful moments. Women tend to shop more frequently for personalized items. Women often seek out unique, beautiful, and thoughtful products that make the recipient feel seen. Many of my designs naturally appeal to feminine aesthetics. So I'm just thinking about just the designs that I create. The florals, the pastel colors, the sentimental gifts. They align well with what women often purchase. So I began asking myself, how can I attract more male buyers? While women remain my core audience, I see an opportunity to broaden my reach. And here are a few strategies I'm considering. So I'm going to develop more masculine-friendly product lines, and I'll ask my husband for advice on this. But I want to start off with using more bold colors, simple fonts, minimalistic graphics, and practical items like mugs, tech accessories, barbecue gear, or hobby-related themes. Because I noticed men that do purchase from my store is something practical, something that they can use every day, like a bottle opener. Something, it's not just a sentimental gift, but it's a sentimental gift with practical use. I will continue to create gift items that women might purchase for men. So that's something that I've been doing recently. I'm thinking of items that women would purchase for their husband, their boyfriend. I'm also thinking of items that fathers would purchase for their sons too. So products like best dad ever shirts, birthday cards for husbands and sons, and anniversary gifts for him still allow women to shop, but target male recipients. And basically, as those gifts increase, it'll reach out to the broader internet audience as the sales increase, because that's part of SEO, search engine optimization. As the algorithm, draws in more attention to the male products, more males will see it. And I want to continue to leverage holidays like Father's Day, graduation, and groomsmen themed gifts. So these categories have built-in demand for more masculine aesthetics and practical products like bottle openers, notebooks, or luggage tags. I can recall my best man themed golf balls being my best-selling item in my Weddings by Rody store. And I sold hundreds of those golf balls. So I'm just going to expand on that. And I also need to consider lifestyle-focused collections. So I need to design collections around different roles that men play, like husband, coach, friend, uncle. Because another good selling shirt that's becoming a bestseller is Best Uncle Ever. So I have a shirt that, has Best Uncle Ever. And I've noticed that's being purchased and becoming an evergreen product. So I want to use themes such as leadership, motivation, and functionality when I create these lifestyle-focused collections. So my final thoughts is, while I'm proud that women are resonating with my store, my data also helps me see untapped potential. If I can build collections that still feel like me, but speak to more male interests and use cases, I'll create more balance and possibly increase overall sales. Now, this is where things get interesting when I was doing research. My top states. So my top states are always like New York and California. So I did research into why it's New York and California. So here are some reasons. Population density. Both New York and California are among the most populated states in the U.S. and also globally, which naturally increases the odds of having more buyers. So more people equals more browsing, more purchases, and greater visibility for my products. There's higher disposable income in urban areas. So major cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York City often have consumers with higher discretionary spending. That means more people can afford to shop for personalized and premium designs on platforms like Zazzle. These also have trend-conscious markets. Both states are known for being ahead of the curve in fashion, gifting trends, and design preferences. So unique, custom, and creative items often thrive in markets where people value individuality and self-expression. Gifting and events cultures. So, in these urban populations, they tend to celebrate a wide variety of milestones. Birthdays, graduation, weddings, baby showers, many of which require custom stationery, shirts, or party supplies. This could explain strong sales in categories like cards and invitations. Online shopping behavior. So this is one of the most interesting findings. Coastal states often have a higher percentage of online shoppers who are tech savvy and open to trying new platforms and products, especially those that allow for customization. So basically, the coastal regions are, more heavily populated than the rest of the country. So because they're more heavily populated, you would see that coastal states have a higher percentage of online shoppers. And I'm going to do more research into that. And also, Zazzle is based out of California. So another factor that may influence California's numbers is Zazzle is headquartered in Redwood City, California. So it's possible that buyers there, maybe they receive quicker shipping times, or maybe they see more Zazzle-related promotions. Like, I'm not sure if Zazzle runs commercials, but I'm just thinking it may have something to do with California, and that's why California being the Zazzle headquarters, maybe that's why California is always one of my top best-selling states. So the headquarters being in California may lead to greater platform awareness and usage in that state. Okay. International sales. So I always love the international sales because I'm thinking, wow, someone in Austria found me, So let's take a closer look. So I'm always excited to see international orders come through. It's one thing to sell across the U.S., but knowing that someone in Canada, Australia, Austria, or the Netherlands connected with a product I designed, that's incredibly rewarding. So let's break down each country. Canada consistently appeared in my monthly sales report. That makes sense for a few key reasons. Culture similarities. So Canadian buyers, they often celebrate the same holidays and life milestones, such as birthdays, weddings, graduations, as we do in America. So my products naturally translate well across the border. Proximity to the U.S. Faster and more affordable shipping options from Zazzle's U.S. facilities may encourage more Canadian purchases. And something else that needs to be taken into consideration is shared language. English-speaking customers in Canada don't face language barriers when browsing or personalizing products because all of my products, the templates and stuff, they're in English. So it would naturally resonate with Canadians. Australia Australia is another country that has repeat buyers. So let's analyze a few insights. Did you know Australians are among the top global consumers of international e-commerce products? And this is due to limited in-country product variety. So I guess because of where, Australia is located, is far away from other countries. So they're limited to what they have. So I guess that's one reason why they have a strong online shopping culture in Australia. Also, it's a strong gift culture and personalization. Australians love custom and high quality gifts, especially for birthdays, weddings, and seasonal events. And also we have to take in consideration that, like Canada, Australia's shared language means less friction in using the Zazzle platform, and especially customizing my products. Austria and the Netherlands. Though these countries represent fewer sales, their inclusion is significant. There's high digital access. Both countries rank high in internet access and online purchasing power. There's strong design appreciation. European buyers often favor minimalist, modern, and artistic aesthetics. So if your design speaks to that, it could explain the connection. Referrals. So these are my referrals: a wedding invitation and also a quinceañera invitation. So let's take a deeper look into the referral sales. While I didn't design the invitations featured here, these two sales came through my referral links on Pinterest. So Pinterest brings in most of my referrals, meaning I still earn commission simply by guiding the customer to Zazzle. And that's one of the powerful and often underrated income streams on the platform. So what did I sell? The Lily paper design. So that's the creator, the designer's name, Lily Paper Design. I sold her yellow floral wedding invitations and floral crest emerald green Sharo quinceañera invitation. So what these referrals tell me, my audience is actively shopping for events. So while they're on Pinterest, because that's where these sales come from, even if the customer didn't buy my product, they found their way to Zazzle through these Pinterest links. So they must have been looking for wedding items or looking at wedding boards, quinceañera items. And they came across these links. So this confirms that my audience is drawn to celebration-based products. It also lets me know that my links are working. Because, sometimes you put links out there and you're like, okay, I wonder, are they working? So whether through Pinterest, my blog, or direct sharing, my links are doing their job. So you want to be able to effectively drive traffic to the platform. And even if buyers pivot, you will still benefit. So even if, let's say they click on your link, basically, of your product. So it can be your link of your product, but because they click through using your link, it doesn't matter if they decide, I see something that I like better. You're still going to benefit from it. It is important to build a digital bridge. So these referrals prove that it is important to serve as a trust bridge between customers and Zazzle. Your visuals, descriptions, or social presence can create enough confidence to convert, even if the final design comes from another seller. Okay, so we don't have to think in terms of competition, but know that especially if you're promoting, if you have links and promoting your own product, you can still benefit from sales that come from other designers. So it shows that we're a community. And it also causes you to earn while you sleep. So you're earning while you're sleeping anyway when you're working on Zazzle. However, referral commissions are also, another stream of passive income at its finest. So once a link is out there, it can be working for you over time. So I just recognize that those two invitations may be just the beginning of long-term earnings. Okay, so these two sales are a reminder that in the world of online business, impact isn't limited to what you can create directly. By being a connector, a curator, and a trusted voice, you can expand your influence and your earnings on and beyond Zazzle. Okay, I see I'm at 31 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive, and I hope you can glean something from it, because just like I said, as a teacher, we are always taught to dive into our data, and we should know our data like the back of our hands. So the same thing for your store. You should know your data. So don't be afraid to dive into your data. Okay, thank you, and have a great day. And don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.